Hey guys, so I'm making my way to Snoqualmie Falls. This is one of the most beautiful parts of the world. As you can hear, I've got the radio on, some nice music, beautiful drive. I'm not taking I-90 east. I'm taking Redmond Way, which is a nice twisty road, and it's just forests all around me. Not as green as in summer because it's springtime. We're coming out of winter, and so some of the trees are still a little bit brown, but so beautiful. I can see the mountains in the distance. Just got sight of them now. Still snow on the top of the mountains, and this is just after a long day's work. One of the pleasures of being in this part of the world. You can go on a nice drive on the mountain roads. Just kill the music. By the way, when it comes to music, Seattle, as many of you would know, is home to some of the big rock movements of the 1990s, bands like Pearl Jam, Nirvana. There's actually a hard rock cafe in downtown Seattle where there's a lot of mementos there. Like, I remember the drummer from Pearl Jam, his drum sticks, I think if you call it that, in a display case, someone else's guitar. So there's all kinds of museums around Seattle, and so the rock music, there's so many nice stations. When you come back to Seattle, you just turn on the radio and you're gonna find something that you like. So the drive, the scenery, the music, everything's just amazing. I mean, you really need to come and experience Washington State. Very special part of the world. So as I was saying, very special part of the world. Just switch the camera so you can see some of the views I'm getting while driving, and the very peaceful road. You don't have to go too fast. Nice farms on the side and farmhouses, and the trees are amazing. The size of these trees. I don't know if you can get a sense of how tall these trees are. And every now and again, through a gap, when a gap does surface, you see snow-capped mountains in the distance. Just amazing. An artist couldn't draw a better picture. Keep this going for a mile or so. And we got sunshine today. It's spring day. Not totally blue sky. You're never going to get clear blue skies in this part of the world, but do you need it? No, you actually don't. Even with the clouds, just the natural beauty is amazing all around you, any direction that you look. And I've driven these roads in the thick of winter where there's snow, and in the mid of summer, in June, July, you can see some of the hills coming up now. And in June, July, it's really lush green. And now spring, and whichever one you go for, it's different, but equally beautiful and equally picturesque. So this is Redmond Way, heading to Snoqualmie, where we're going to have a look at the falls and maybe shoot a few videos there. And I know it's going to be good. That part of that particular place never disappoints. So this is small town America. So this is an absolute treat. After a long day's work, I had a very nice drive in the mountains, and I'm here at, as you can see, Snoqualmie Falls Park. And yes, it's a waterfall, but this part of the world is very, very special, right? So I'm going to take a walk now. I've just parked the car, and I'm going to take a walk into the park. I've been here a few times. Beautiful weather today, sun shining, and I'll tell you now, should be in the right place, should be right up here. But some of the views, you've got a mountain range to the left, you've got a river to the right, thick, absolutely thick, dense forests all around you. And once again, very peaceful. There are some visitors, but not too many. It is a Thursday, late afternoon on a Thursday. About a 20-minute drive from Redmond, even on the back road. Not too bad. And all around me, I'm just gonna go 360, and you can see just the natural beauty of the area. As I climb the stairs, we get to the overlook. This is an absolute treat. So I'm gonna swing the camera around now, and the trees, as you can see, there's the river there. There's the waterfall. That's Snoqualmie. And the air, once again, I keep going on and on about the air in the Pacific Northwest. Crisp. I mean, you have to be here to really experience it. Very serene all around. I'll just do a 360 again so you can see those trees and lush vegetation behind me. From Snoqualmie. Perfect end to the day's work. Alright, so just to give you guys a better view of Snoqualmie Falls. Just amazing. And I'll try and show you the river, what flows into the river below, and then the distance. Just more trees than you've ever seen in your life. So the one thing that has changed since I was last year, about 2 years ago, a sign, no drone or UAV flying allowed, and I'm not sure why they would do that, but it just shows you how popular drones have become and the fact that they're a nuisance everywhere. Very interesting, even in a natural park like this, no drones allowed. Wonder why. So I'm going to walk through the park again, and once again, these forests are so thick and lush. You can see behind me. You do tend to get isolated very quickly. But the nice thing about being here in Seattle, you feel safe everywhere. You only really think, I shouldn't have my phone out. It's an isolated area if you're a South African. But as I was saying in the other video, you're here for a few days. What happens is you tend to forget about those things. You focus on what you're doing. That's how it should be, really. Whether it's work, when I was doing some work over the last 2 days. Now I've just come for an afternoon drive, and up here in the mountains, the mountain air, and there's people around you, all kinds of people, lots of tourists, and you don't really think about things like that. Should I walk alone in up that trail, and should I have my phone or expensive camera out? What a pleasure. Driving here on unfamiliar roads, left-hand drive territory. I'm going to give you a nice look now. I don't know if you can see that. So driving here as well just makes it easier when everyone's behaving on the roads. There's no driving on the shoulder. There's no driving into oncoming traffic. Lane discipline, very good. Some of the Americans tell me, driving is getting worse, and I mean, I just think to myself, they've got no idea, right? They don't know what bad driving is. I haven't seen a single incident of one rule being broken. Whether it's a red light being run, people driving on the shoulder, certainly not driving in the oncoming lane. And once again, after a day, you get used to it, it becomes transparent, and it becomes the norm, and that's how it should be. So you're not worried about the roads, you're more focused on what you're doing, or you're listening to some good music on the radio, and that's exactly how it should be. Here's a nice view of across the road. Beautiful part of the world. Snoqualmie Falls, and to my right, Falls City, Washington State.